Hey guys, Sergeant No Rep here, and yes, I can still smile after such a crazy day because it's great to see the CrossFit community come together united and say what Greg Glassman and CrossFit Inc., who he represents, said is wrong. You're seeing the community come together and support the Black Lives Matters movement and denounce Greg Glassman. So before I get to his apology that you'll see behind me here, we'll speak with that. Since I made my last video, a lot of the other top athletes have come out making comments. So you can see Noah Olson here, simply a black screen that says "I'm out." My participation in the 2020 CrossFit Games will be contingent upon major changes being made. So he loves competing. I love training. I love being able to challenge myself and become better from it. I also love people. So he goes on, and you could go to him and read it. But basically, he's saying he's out of the CrossFit Games. And to go along with that, obviously, Arm & Hammer TV on Instagram, you see him behind me here. Those who are out, he puts a list. So, out of the CrossFit Games right now, people that, and I think this list will probably get better. As I mentioned before, I could definitely foresee this games being boycotted. You have Chandler Smith, Noah Olson, Christy Amaro, or I always say that wrong, sorry, Amaro. They're definitely out of the 2020 CrossFit Games, so they've declined their invitations. A running list of brands stepping away from CrossFit Inc., which obviously the biggest one being Reebok. So Reebok was the title sponsor. Reebok provided all the prize money for the CrossFit Games, obviously all the clothing. So I'll have to look into this a little bit more, but I think they have this year, but they might not even honor that contract. But they were looking at extending it, but they said they stepped away from negotiations with CrossFit Inc. Romwad, obviously a huge sponsor of the CrossFit Games, have stepped away. A running list of gyms. Yeah, these are kind of like the big gyms. Obviously, there's smaller ones that we've never heard of that are going to end their affiliation, but the big ones we see right here is, as I mentioned in my last video, NC Fit Collective, so that's the Northern California, the Jason Klepa ones. All his gyms are getting rid of their affiliation with CrossFit. Next is another massive one that's been a leader in the space is CrossFit Invictus. They are stepping away from CrossFit Inc. And Lynchpin Athletics, or used to be CrossFit, are stepping away as well. So obviously these are big, and you'll definitely see other brands and other gyms and other people distance themselves from CrossFit as this goes forward, unless maybe something changes. Obviously here's Rich Froning, one of the biggest names in CrossFit, and he had a little statement. I'll just play a little bit of it here. Or maybe I can play it all.
I want to start off by saying I do not condone or support any of the comments made by Greg Glassman over the weekend. This morning I sat down, read some of the stuff, heard some of the stuff, and I can no longer be a part of that. For me, loyalty is a huge part of who I am. It's one of my anchor values, and over the past 10, 11 years, CrossFit is something that I've been loyal to, and it's something that I've always tried to it was a huge part of my life, and I wanted to support that. And when I really started looking at it this morning and what CrossFit is to me, and I've said it multiple times, CrossFit isn't about CrossFit HQ or the CrossFit Games. It's about the people. It's about the community, and that community that is supportive. It's all inclusive, and it doesn't divide. And the comments made this weekend only divide. And at this time, in the world we live in right now, we don't need comments or people to divide us even further. We need to come together. And I feel like if I was to continue to follow along with somebody that was going to continue to preach division and not bring us together, that I would be going against who I am as a person. So I want to say thank you to all of our Mayhem family and anybody who supports us. We will continue to be a part of the community that is inclusive, is uplifting, and we hope you guys will be too. But like I said, we cannot and we will not stand with the comments made by Greg Glassman this weekend.
So obviously a big statement from one of the OGs and the biggest names in CrossFit. Now he didn't say directly what that all means by him saying he doesn't stand. I greatly respect Rich Froning, and he'll do what is best. And it's not what is the best for him in the pocketbook, but what is best for mankind. So I respect whatever he'll do, but he didn't say if he's ending his affiliation with CrossFit or anything like that. But that will come in the future. So obviously, if you scroll down your CrossFit Instagram feed, you'll see people like Ben Smith, Alex Pith, Scott Panchik, Camille LeBlanc-Bazinet, all these top names have come out against Greg Glassman, and obviously, I guess he was feeling the pressure, and this is the statement that he released. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger here. And sorry if the screen capture is not the clearest, but I'll read it out. So this is on Twitter, on the CrossFit official Twitter page, and the comment is obviously from Greg Glassman. Whether he wrote it himself or some fancy PR guy wrote it, that's to be determined. But it says, CrossFit CEO, that is Greg Glassman's Twitter name. I, CrossFit HQ, and the CrossFit community will not stand for racism. I made a mistake by the words I chose yesterday. My heart is deeply saddened by the pain it has caused. It was a mistake, not racist, but a mistake. Floyd, George Floyd, is a hero in the black community and not just a victim. I should have been more sensitive to that and wasn't. I apologize for that. I was trying to stick it to there's the IHMEUW, that's the comment that he made under their Twitter page, for the invalidated models resulting in needless economy-wrecking, life-wrecking lockdown. So obviously he was against the COVID lockdown. And when I saw that they were announcing modeling a solution to our racial crisis, I was incredulous, angry, overly emotional, involving George Floyd's name in that effort was wrong. It is our hope that his murder catalyzes real change, resulting in a level playing field for our black brothers and sisters. Please hear me when I say we stand by our community to fight for justice. I care about you, our community. I am here for you. Was that Greg Glassman? Now, or was it a PR guy basically saying your ship is sinking, you need to try to save it? I don't know. I personally thought Greg Glassman might have been too stubborn to make a statement, but now you've seen basically his whole business reject him, and all this money that comes in from the affiliations and sponsors and stuff like that is now going out the window. So maybe this is Greg Glassman trying to save face, trying to save his business. I will leave that up to you. But I guess on the positive side of things, I'd like to leave this on a positive note. I was greatly encouraged today by seeing the whole CrossFit community, because remember, CrossFit is not CrossFit Inc. CrossFit has become this huge community around the world of people that enjoy working out, enjoy trying to get healthy, and they follow this methodology of CrossFit. But we don't need, as Arm & Hammer has said, TV there before has said, we don't need CrossFit Inc. to do CrossFit. And CrossFit will always go on, whether it's named something else, functional fitness or what have you. But the community of CrossFit, with all your big name stars like your Rich Froning, your Catherine Davis-Daughter, your Ben Smith, have all come out and supported the community as a whole. And obviously there's a bunch of people that are not your famous CrossFitters, the people that own little mom and pop gyms in the middle of nowheres that had denounced Greg Glassman. So it was great to see the CrossFit community come together in support of Black Lives Matter, Greg Floyd, and denounce Greg Glassman for his insensitive, wrong, whether they're racist or, as he says, a mistake comments. So that was the positive. So it'll be interesting to see going forward what good change can come from this, whether CrossFit Inc.'s involved in that or CrossFit Inc. is totally removed from that. That will be seen. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll talk.